a quote again from Musashi is, it seems difficult at first because everything is difficult. Yeah. And you quote, it takes courage to want to learn new things, to say things that need to be said, and to stand up for something you believe in. We all have a fear of failing. This resonated to me. So would you like to share your thoughts on maybe, both these quotes, yours and
Yeah.
Musashi's?
So I think when I came across his quote, I was just, I mean, that really resonated for me because, I've spent the greater part of my career as a trainer and training people on different things, or a mentor and coach, right? And so the idea that somebody could say, well, this is just too hard, right? Well, it's like, well, everything is hard at first, right? And you have to like recognize that there's a process you go through of learning that helps things become less difficult over time. And I talk about in the book the 4 stages of learning. And real quick, the first stage is you are unconsciously incompetent, right? Like you just don't know what you don't know. And then when you start learning, you start picking up a little bit. Now you become consciously incompetent, where you know how much you don't know. From there, you transition into stage 3, which is you become consciously competent, where you feel like you know some things, you feel like you have some success that's starting to happen. And then finally you move into what's called unconscious competence, where you actually don't know how much you actually know.
No.
And you've actually probably like forgotten more than the person that's starting out, right? Because you just become so you just become just so easily flowing through whatever it is you're doing that it just comes naturally to you. But before you get to that stage, you had to go through all of the other stages of learning where, you forget how difficult things were at first. And so I think when it comes to learning new things, we have to remember that it's going to be difficult at first, but that doesn't mean that that should stop you from wanting to learn something new. So if you look at any of these virtues that I write about and you think, oh man, like this is way too much. Like there's no way that I could figure this out. Well, just remember that everything that you've ever learned in your life has gone through this process. It doesn't matter what it is, right?